with another video, and it's a continuation from yesterday. What I was telling you guys about situation that I was introduced into, not by mutual intent, but the fact that I was just thrown into the equation. Now, the crazy thing about it is, this all consists of a Scorpio and an Aquarius. And from the looks of all of the situation that's at hand, it's very, very nerve-wracking. So, how does it all transpire? Okay, so I applied for this mechanic shop. I applied to work there, and obviously the interview went well. Now, I didn't really say nothing to the Scorpio until I really found out that he was a Scorpio. Now, his demeanor, his aura, the way he came off was more about his ego. So, when it's dropped my phone. Sorry about that. It's more about his ego. So, when it comes to a Scorpio ego, 9 times out of 10, it's kind of like you digging in the freezer and reaching for the ice. But you understand once you have that ice in your hands, it's too cold to hold. It's damn near frozen, where it might be a little bit of frost, it might be, damn, bro. Every time I get on this live with y'all, man, I swear to everything I love, bro. Everybody just started pulling up, coming out of the trees, squirrels waking up, all kind of just distractions and shit, bro. But that's that Scorpio rising though. So, Scorpio with that Pluto placements, you just attract all walks of life. It's like a magnet. Now, the thing about it is, so getting back to the story, I basically get the job. So the boss, his name's Bo. Believe it or not, his name's Bo, B-O. So Bo's like, yo, this guy right here, the guy that's a Scorpio, his name's Jay. And he's like, Jay, train him and make sure, he's good, whatnot. He knows what the tools and, whatnot. He basically show him around where everything's at. Mind you, the Scorpio, it's like I could feel the radiance, that radiant feeling of, it's just like the feeling of you having the oven on, okay? You notice that the oven is hot. You can feel the radiate. Once you open it, crack the oven open, you can feel the heat. It's hot. Something that's really will make your goosebumps stand on your skin type of feel. So I was like, I could feel this energy, but it's like it's almost like a running high type of energy. It almost can make you feel as if it makes you feel like your clothes on your skin have to be, taken off just to relax, just to feel comfortable. So when for the first day, I ain't gonna lie, this MF, man, he literally he trained me so fast as if he was angry. He's like, yo, this is the tools. You go here, you grab this, do this, boom, boom, boom. And it's almost like he didn't want to train me. So it's like he basically gave me a fast rush through tutorial. Now, I'm a as a sponge, being a Pisces, I'm like, okay, cool. I'm a fast learner, and I can adapt to an environment, especially if I'm not trained. It's almost like things be like a self-taught situation where it's like, okay, you just show me where the stuff is, and then obviously I'm not gonna ask you no questions, because with my Scorpio placements, it allows me to get into the fire to where if I burn myself by the lack of knowledge, but I also am taught that lesson that, okay, this is how you do it right. But it ain't gonna be the Scorpio telling me that. So it's like I just learn off of that. Yeah, Palace, welcome everybody. What's going on? Welcome, Tom. He said you need the car. That's funny. Palace, I think my coworker behind me is Scorpio son. He gets up from his desk 1,000 times. Yes, facts. Yes, and I could tell you why. It's because as I started to like get to know, or I ain't gonna say like personally, but just from standing afar, because this is the thing with my moon in Aquarius, I can feel that emotional weight, and that's what's radiating. It's his emotions. They're so heavy that he walks around and he's always mad. He's always trying to spy, and on his girlfriend. He's always worried about where she's at, what she's doing. He's got a obsession of control for this woman, which is an Aquarius. So in my book, I don't want somebody that's clingy. I don't like the difference in dynamics with me and versus him, me being a Pisces and him being a Scorpio, is he's fixated on trying to control this woman. But you cannot control an Aquarius. See, an Aquarius is like, now don't take this in a bad way, but an Aquarius is like an alien, okay? And you notice that when we look at aliens, even though they're not real, but let's look at the alienation of a person that wants to, stay to themselves. This is beyond being aloof. This is beyond being introverted. This is somebody that really just wants to have their freedom. So you're not going to be able to control an Aquarius. You can't control a moon in Aquarius. You can't control a rising Aquarius. It's just not going to work. So what a Scorpio, he's like literally like brooding about the fact that he's trying to control this woman, and they're constantly having like back and forth. His girlfriend shows up to the job. He's out there, talking. He's totally distracted from his work. Like literally, I've been getting like all the customers. So it's almost like he's literally got his mind focused. Now here's the kicker. Yeah, see, yeah, Palace, yeah, definitely say, yeah, we usually are highly intuitive. Facts said, see, MC Light said, where are all the other videos? Yeah, so if you watch my last video, I stated that, I don't know. It's just something about the old videos that I ain't like them. So I deleted them. So that's the truth. I didn't like them. I deleted them. I got, more value to the videos now because I actually feel like F knows is more, it's basically like a collective. It's like a collective when it comes to knowledge, it's almost like I'm doing this. I see it. I'm not gonna go by all the little books and everything of what other people say. Now I do get it. Some things and some traits do matter, but I just like to do things in my own way. Now, when it comes to back to what I was saying, so when you dealing with a Scorpio, you're gonna feel that radiance that I explained about. You're gonna feel that something is really, really deep down rooted within this type of individual. So it's almost like it's beyond stress. It's more like pressure. Now, god damn, man, what's all these people? Leave me the hell alone, man. So yeah, you're gonna feel something deep down from within. You're gonna feel something is gonna be similar to uncomfortableness in your chest when you begin to when you begin to come around them. You just notice that something is off. Why does people keep doing this to me? Yeah, so give me 1 second, y'all. So I stop these notifications, man. God damn, man. What the hell is this? See, that's the thing that be getting in my way, y'all, when I'm trying to do my content, bro. It's always some shit going on where it's like people just constantly just blowing up my phone, spamming, calling me, and just doing shit right around the time I want to do this. But it's like, if I'm just chilling and doing absolutely nothing, it ain't nothing like this happening. It's always until I start getting on live or start trying to do a video. Now, let me see here. What the hell is this? That's strange. Oh, yes. Okay, so yeah, getting back. So, okay, so the Scorpio situation is, so the first day, this man is literally like just not saying a word to me. So I'm instantly picking up jealousy. I'm like, okay, maybe it's some sort of jealousy going on. I just started. I'm the new guy. I'm just like, but see, my moon in Aquarius is still going to distance myself, even if I know people are observing me, trying to read the room and whatnot. Let me see. Palace said, I think Cody's spying on me and my desk. Yes, that's the thing. With Scorpio, they're always lurking. Like, even if they're not literally sitting with you, talking with you, even if they always got their freaking eyes on you. They're trying to grip you. They're trying to read you. They're trying to see where they can put you, far as, figuring you out, trying to put a label on you. So it's almost like when they can't read you, they actually realize it hurts their ego, put it like that. It makes them feel as though they're not in control. And that's the worst feeling for a Scorpio, because listen, if they're not in control, then what are they going to be in? They're going to be vulnerable. So, and who are they going to be vulnerable to? They're going to be vulnerable to you, because you are the person that they haven't had that chance to manipulate. They haven't had a chance to control you. So it's almost like they become fixated on your energy. Like, okay, why aren't you doing what I, basically, like, why aren't you listening to me? Or, why am I not able to manipulate you? Where's that energy coming from? Like, okay. And then they try to, and it's the thing, they play mind games with you. So I'm gonna get to that in just one moment. So when it came to the second day, my second day of work, I go into the shop, and now, lo and behold, Scorpio, he's all friendly. He's all, what's up, bro? He's all giddy, and and this is before I found out he was a Scorpio, because I was like, okay, maybe he was having a bad day. Maybe, I was new, and hey. And then he was like, yeah, I noticed you didn't bother me because, as far as you working in the shop, he's like, oh, I'm surprised you didn't need my help for anything. Now, when I hear that, I hear that's coming from his ego. I hear that, oh, maybe he was bothered by that. Maybe he thought I was going to be blowing him up for help. Hey, help me this. Where's this part? Where's this tool? But I didn't call him, or the other guy. I didn't call him either for any help, which is his friend, because they both been working at the shop for a long time. Now, funny thing is, I'm not asking to be around this Scorpio. He's like, yo, hey, when we get done with work, hey, you want to come by? He's like, yeah, I want you to meet my girlfriend. And I was bored. I was like, whatever, it's cool. So he introduced me to his girlfriend. And his girlfriend, I was sitting in the passenger seat. She's standing outside the door, and he has tinted windows. So she really can't see me. So, I had the window slightly cracked enough for me to be like, hey, yeah, my name. But then someone was telling me to, like, okay, get out the car and just meet her, nice to meet you type of situation. I get out the car. Nice to meet you. Boom. Next thing you know, they both was like feuding, having some type of argument, just like Diddy and his girlfriend. And Diddy is Scorpio, and Cassie is Aquarius. So they both just bickering, going back and forth. And he's all, what the F you talking about? Woo -doo -woo. So me hearing all that emotional stuff going on, my moon in Aquarius, I went to the gas station. I just walked off to the gas station. Now, the funny thing is once I walked into the gas station, I'm getting my stuff. I'm about to, check out. The Scorpio walking in the store like, yo, bro, why'd you leave? I'm like, bro, I'm not going to sit there and watch y'all argue. Like, that is, to me, it's more like, to me, anytime somebody is getting into an emotional situation, I always leave. But here's the thing that bothers people and it gets under Scorpio's skin, is because I don't give people closure. I don't feel like I have to. It's just like, if I'm on this live and I just decide I want to end this live, I don't have to be like, oh yeah, everybody, hey, I gotta go now because nobody's here. Hey, I'm about to get off. I don't feel like you have to do that. Like, you should, yeah, it's probably a little bit more professional. You know how people want to, put on airs and say, oh yeah, you probably should. But because of it could be related to rebellion, with my moon in Aquarius. It could be the fact that, I don't really like to do things by the book. I have my own unconventional ways about how I want to do things. So it's like those type of things, when you actually are in control of your actions, then that's what's that's going to bother a Scorpio. Now we get off into the zodiac signs. Welcome everybody that just came in. Appreciate that. Matthew Palace said, yeah, I don't like all that motion either. Capricorn moon here. Yeah, it's like the motion, you can really feel it because it's like, it's heavy. It's like when it rains, it pours. It's like, okay, it's raining outside and you feel like you have to go get a umbrella. Let's say you don't have one, or a raincoat, you don't have one. So that's how emotions feel when they erupt. So it's like, what I don't like about emotions is that they catch you off guard to where you are not in an emotional mindset to really be one-to-one on a personal level regarding somebody else's business that had nothing to do with you. And me, I don't like to get myself into other people's business. I just don't. Because then the drama ends up being it's like a sticky situation. You become trapped in that emotional situation between the both of you and whoever else is involved. Now, the funny thing was, when I asked these two individuals what were their zodiac signs, Jay said, oh, I'm a Scorpio, which was like, wait a minute. Then his girlfriend was like, oh, I'm an Aquarius. I'm like, oh, okay. So that let me know instantly, like a light bulb went off. I'm like, you definitely ain't gonna be able to control her. I don't even know why you even wasting your time getting upset, trying to chase the Aquarius around and trying to make her like do certain things, because you have the insecurities that you're dealing with, inner turmoil, and you're trying to keep a tight grip on her, because technically that woman he's with could be his confidence. Maybe that's what wakes him up in the morning. It makes him, motivated. Now, let me see. Palace said Aquarius and a Scorpio. Facts. Yes, and it's like when at first when they were arguing, and then he went in the store with me. He was telling me about how his friend Dirk, he had been working in the shop, and he said he couldn't really couldn't be there to pretty much keep an eye on his girlfriend. So he basically said, oh, Dirk, which was his friend at the shop, he's like, he put Dirk to keep an eye, basically babysit his girlfriend. So in my rule of books, I would never have another man watch my girlfriend. Like, you doing yourself injustice. Like, you basically making it worse for you. So Dirk and the Aquarius woman ended up getting into an emotional connection, to where Dirk started thinking that, oh, Jay's girl is actually, pretty much up for grabs. So he's like, visiting her, and they kicking it. And I guess that what made the Scorpio jealous or angry about the whole situation is when he caught on to the situation and saw how the warmth and the way his girl was all like super excited when Dirk was around, to where he basically stopped talking to Dirk and was like, you know what, we can't be cool no more. And he ended the friendship between him and Dirk, because he felt Dirk was trying to talk to his girl. So he's like, nah, man, word my mother and all this, like, you know, he was just saying all kind of little stuff. He's like, yo, he's like, dude talking to my girl, that's a no-no. But my intuition is like, but bro, you started this shit. You should have never had this man Dirk babysitting your girlfriend. If you another man, another grown man, if he even sees that happening, you already cooked, fam. Because now an Aquarius, I'm gonna tell you how an Aquarius is more of a, I would say, man's best friend in a certain sense, because an Aquarius can get a stimulation off of a conversation with anybody. And also, if a person were to just, you know, just merely just chop it up with an Aquarius, and y'all talking about some stuff that's like, you know, why the world spins, you know, why does a duck have duck feet? Why does you know, why when a woman gets her nails painted, they have the different types of style nails and all that type of like stuff that nobody really talk about. But the fact that when you show less emotion and less control, to where you basically let her be her, then she gonna become more interested in you. So Dirk pretty much was like, you know, really feeling her, and they were both hanging out, kicking it, making plans together without Jay. And they saw like, oh, okay, when his Aquarius girlfriend mentioned Dirk, like, where's Dirk? Oh, is Dirk coming with us? He got mad, and that's when he cut the cord with the whole, hey, Dirk is no more. So what happened was, the Aquarius trying to give him some support. She's like, oh, I felt Dirk was actually a good person. But see, the manipulation was, she's not really, what I got out of that was, she's not saying that Dirk is a good person for him. She's saying that for herself. So he already caught on in between the lines. So then once she found out that I was in that store, because she was basically like, wait a minute, maybe she normally usually puts the wool over his head. Maybe she is able to psych him out and use deception, and, you know, and get over all the time, get out of stuff, get away with stuff. So she's like, well, who told you this? Where are you even getting all this from? So when I walked out the store, she's like, oh, you were talking to him, this new guy at the shop that you just met, woo. And then he's like, yeah. And she was like, oh, I don't like you. And when I tried to say, like, okay, trying to help these two, pretty much being a mediator, I'm like, hey, maybe you shouldn't have been too friendly with Dirk in the first place. And obviously, if this is your man, out of respect, it's just the principle. It's not really so much about the jealousy, it's about the principle. But then you're wrong, because you shouldn't have had another guy watching your girlfriend. You probably should have had another girl or another woman or sister or some cousin watching this person, somebody that you trust, not another guy. So anyway, what ended up happening, she looked at me and she's like, oh, I don't want to talk. I don't even want to hear nothing you got to say. And then I was like, oh, okay, cool. You don't have nothing to say to me. And it was because I'm actually speaking sense and I'm basically, you know, my Mars, I keep saying Mars, my Sagittarius stellium, I don't give a damn. I'm going to tell her how it is. So I told her, like, boom, this is the situation. She's like, I don't like you. I don't want to talk to you. Like, I didn't ask you for your input. I said, oh, okay, cool. And I'm only saying, okay, cool, because I know she's an Aquarius. Not, but wait. Before I say this, now, when I did mention and ask them what their zodiac signs was, that was after. So my mistake that's after the whole feud thing of her saying she didn't want to talk to me about nothing, hear my input. When I asked them what their zodiac signs was, all of a sudden she became interested in what I had to say. You see how it flipped? Because why? It left at a whole emotional realm. It went into a whole stimulant conversation. So it's like, oh yeah, I'm an Aquarius, yeah. And hey, if I don't like somebody, so she got all talkative and chatty, and the Scorpio got jealous about that, because he's like, oh, now you're talking to my girl. Like, she's actually showing you guys a different side of her that he felt he's not getting that type of side of her because he keeps on approaching her in an emotional way. But that's for him to learn. You see, it ain't my place because I just met him. I don't even know, I don't know really nothing about him. Now, fast forward to that situation. He goes and then he basically tells on himself, which is the stupidest thing. And he starts getting onto this whole spying thing where he's like, oh, she said she's going to get her hair done. I'm finna go up to the shop. I'm finna go up there and make sure her and her friends, whoever she said she was with, I'm gonna make sure they up at the shop. I said, nah, bro, see, when you try to tell somebody like what the right thing to do, and it's something that they feel that they want to do, and it's all related to the emotions, it's almost like you can't really, then all of a sudden, if you give your input that overrides this person worrying about a situation, and he's so caught up in his emotion that he really believed that he really feels some type of way, it's like you gotta just stay out of that shit, fam. No matter what your opinion is, you gotta, like, unless that's your homie from like day one, even then, because people, especially men, they will hate you for trying to correct them. Like, if you even say, because the pride and ego gets bruised. So if I say, yo, I don't think you should go to the nail shop or hair salon where she told you she was going, just got to give her some space, man, because you over there trying to spy, trying to say you're going to put on some different clothes and go over there to the use a different car and want me to, use my phone or use a different number, call to see what she going to say. I'm like, bro, if you really feel all worried like that, just leave her alone, fam. Like, if you really can't trust her, just leave her alone. Like, don't do all this stalking and all this crazy shit. And that's a lot of times with Scorpios, they thrive on that type of stuff. Like, they like doing that kind of spying and using, hidden cameras and stupid stuff like Diddy, baby oil, and all kind of just crazy shit. So it's like, in my mind, I'm trying to tell him that it's almost like me, and this is how the Pisces and the Scorpio dynamic is always like this. Pisces is always trying to, show Scorpio another way of doing things. Where Pisces always feel like they gotta rescue a Scorpio out of this whole mindset of evil, just stupid stuff, petty stuff. And it's like a Pisces like, okay, man, if you do something that you don't like, just don't even like worry about it. Just be like, okay, cool, boom. She want to go hang out with a guy friend, go find you some female friends, and until it becomes an issue, then she will know that, okay, well, she gonna have to get rid of her male friends if she want me to get rid of my female friends. And that's how you solve that, is whatever she can do, I can do. But sitting there trying to chase her around, I don't agree with that. Fast forward, next day, I come to work. Now, what do y'all think happened? Now, lo and behold, the Scorpio ain't talking to me. I guess whatever transpired the previous day, he must have been pissed about something I did, said, or maybe it was just all a mind game from the jump. So then he's like, not saying nothing, not a damn thing. Now, what's up, bro? The same energy from yesterday was not there, and I already felt it. I felt it because I always read the energy in the room anyway, wherever I go. So I was like, oh, okay, so they ignoring me. And I said, I must have hit a nerve somewhere. Why? Because I have Scorpio rising. I'm like, maybe I hit a nerve yesterday. Maybe he's still mad about something. Because that's the thing with a Scorpio, when they mad, you got to understand they internalize pain. So it's almost like if they're mad, they'll go quiet, they'll ghost you, because they don't want to face the reality of their emotions, of which they feel, because they know that it's weakness. See, it's vulnerability. So they don't want you to know that something pissed them off. They don't want you to know that something hurt their feelings. What they'll do is they'll bottle it up. And then it's almost like the longer you just don't entertain, because they'll feed off of you trying to chase them and trying to them to talk, and then, you know, trying to find out what's wrong. That's the last thing you want to do. If not, don't even do it, because then that's going to be considered you being vulnerable. And then what's going to happen is the Scorpio going to try to control you, because now they done seen that weakness in you, because now they like, okay, if I ignore you, then you're going to start to worry about why I'm not talking to you. But because I got moon in Aquarius, I ended up going to a different, we have an upstairs and downstairs. So I ended up going upstairs. So they got the same amount of, you know, stalls and slots where you could park your car. I went upstairs. So I didn't give a damn about him ignoring me. If anything, hey, that was time for me to learn the rest of the stuff that I didn't know. So I basically took that emotional situation he going through, and I applied it to the logic, you know, within myself. So I became self-sufficient and dissing myself. Now this went on for like maybe 4 hours. Work started, boom, and then like midday, it was like 4 hours. So I go downstairs because I realize it's slow. I'm like, you know, now the Aquarius girlfriend's there now. So now she's running around and she keeps whispering my name, like as if she's not trying to alert her boyfriend. So she's like, you know, saying my name, like, you know, just saying, saying my birth name. And then it's like, I didn't respond because I'm already like, you know, your man is ignoring me. So I don't want him to think that I'm influencing him against you. So I'm trying to stay out of the shit. So then she back, you know, she was like, I'll talk to you, because a customer came in. So I had to help the customer. Then, funny thing is, the Scorpio, an hour passed by, and actually get my car. I'm about to leave the shop because I had to go pick up something. As soon as I'm leaving the shop, he's coming into the shop. So I actually had to back up because it's like one way in. It's upstairs. It's like a little slot way where you could drive like down a little driveway, little curb thing. So as I'm trying to leave the shop, he's coming in. So then he's like, yo, bro, I gotta tell you something. I'm like, see, no, bro, you is ignoring me all fucking morning, and now you want to say, yo, bro, I gotta tell you what happened, bro. So that let me know I must have passed the little test that hey, let me ignore him and see what he do type of situation. Cause he started saying like, yo, bro, acting as if acting as if that ignoring phase never happened. So I wasn't tripping about the ignoring thing, because I see that if a man ignores another man and he can't speak for him, if he cannot express himself, I see that as weakness. Like that make me look at you even smaller. Like, okay, now you ignoring me. Now that let me know you childish. You know what I'm saying? So in my mind, I'm already mentally checked out. And that's what Aquarius, that's the trick with Aquarius is like, if they cheat on you, they already been done with you. It ain't like no secret. It's like they mentally were done with you already. Then it's like physically, they just cheated on you because in their mind, they already been done. It's already over. But see, the thing about it, that if you don't know that, an Aquarius can, you know, play with that. Now, once he chopped it up with me, then he went quiet mode again. So I was like, okay, whatever. Boom. I feel like that was just trying to see if I'm mad, or trying to see where my head was, you know, by him saying, yo, bro, guess what happened? Trying to see like how would I respond to what just happened? I play, you know, me, I'm unbothered by the situation. So I was just like, okay, well, yeah, that's interesting, but boom. Then after that, the customers coming in, I was getting the customers. And the weird thing about it was, it's like, I already got this is what I got an idea about. I feel like this. I feel that his Aquarius girlfriend likes me. It's something about me that she likes. Maybe it's my aloofness. Maybe, you know, I can be a little eccentric and a little weird. So me talking about the zodiac signs with her probably intrigued her somewhat, but because I don't really do the whole chasing thing, and I don't really, you know, I'm not the loudest in the room, I think that may be making her want to talk to me. But this is the thing, the Scorpio He's always watching. Even if he's like far away in distance, he's always paying attention to everything that moves. So it's like me being like, even if she's around me, he's always hovering. So it's like I have to always like kind of be like nonchalant and have to talk to her in blind spots in the mechanic shop. So what I do is I see him, if I peek in the corner of my eye, I can see the Scorpio like standing at the front desk. So what I do is when I'm talking to his girlfriend, I psychologically always sit in front of a wall that's blocking all the angles of the view, so he can't see me. So if he don't know who his girlfriend is talking to. And I do that because you got to understand what Scorpio is all about: strategy, manipulation. They're all about trying to plot and plan and see, even if they feel like, and this is what it is, if a Scorpio sees you as a threat, they'll try to set you up. And I felt like, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I feel like I was set up from the start of meeting him. I felt like that whole this drama between him and his girlfriend was all a setup for me to see. Because this is the thing, I'm the type of person that I'm basically like, I'm all, you know, from head to toe, I'm all like locked. I'm locked to where I don't really talk much, I don't reveal much, and it's almost like if I feel like you're trying to read me, then I instantly just like flip the script where I either just ignore you, find a way to dismiss you, or, you know, try to see what I can get out of you, see how I can irritate you to stop asking me personal questions. I find little ways and obstacles to move around, to maneuver around people to where I could feel like, oh, you're asking me personal questions. Now let me use deflection. Let me ask you some personal questions. So that's my Black Moon, Lilith, and Gemini. So it's like with that placement, I'm able to like get to know people, but at the same time, it's a double-edged sword, because at the same time, I know how to maneuver with conversation and communication to get people off me. You know, they're not really quick with it to be like, okay, he's actually doing that, but hey, I know how to, just know how to do things. So yeah, anyway, it's like what I realized with the Scorpio is that he must have this mentality that he feels that he's like the boss, or like he feel like he knows more than what someone else does. And I'm gonna teach you guys a trick. So you always want to act like you're the guy that, you know, goes and gets the food for everybody. See, like me, what I do is like, people always think they're controlling me. In other words, because I don't give away my energy to be like, yeah, this guy is boom. So like if somebody says like, bro, can you go let him in the door? I'd be like, yeah, I got you, bro. And I'll go let the person in the door. In their mind, they're thinking like, I told you what to do. But in my mind, it's like, I'm basically controlling you, because even if you feel like, oh, you're controlling me, then I'm already in your head already. I'm already in your head, to where if you continuously think that, oh, if I tell this Pisces to go do something, then it's like, oh, I'm in control. But really what the Pisces would do is use that. It's like, okay, that's my escape. That'll be my escape. So like if you need something, just like the Virgo, I'll help you, but I'm really helping myself. You know what I'm saying? Because Virgos are self-sufficient and practical. So like they will do they'll be of service to help people, like do anything, fix things and all that. But you best believe they got something within it for themselves. They're not just doing a service. So that's how I learned this trick. Is like, you always act like you're listening to somebody else's, hey, can you go shut that door? Hey, there's an alarm going off. Can you go turn it off? You always, oh yeah, I got you. Oh yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, bro, I got you. Yeah, sis, I got you. And you do this because now this person gonna think like, oh, this person is to my aid, or this person is, you know, they'll feel, if they have ego, they'll think like, you know, if they're narcissists, they'll be like, oh yeah, I got this person under my wing, you know, I tell them what to do and they'll do it. But the thing about it is, you're manipulating them because you know that they're not doing that. You're just making them feel like it was their idea. You're like, okay, boom. But then when you leave, God knows what you're doing, because that could be, if a boss always asking you, go do this, go do that, and he say, yeah, yeah, go to Starbucks and can you give me a ice mocha latte with no ice? You like, yeah, I got you, boom, boom. You get in your car and drive. You could go F your girlfriend. You could go get some McDonald's. You could go stop at home and do something. Why? Because when people be trying to tell you what to do, it automatically, they take eyes off of you, because they automatically think, oh yeah, you just a little, you know, run, you know, errand boy or whatever. You just a water boy. So I don't really have to worry about you. You see that? I ain't really gotta really be hovering over you, because you always just go and do it. But this is the thing. God knows what you're actually doing when you're actually running these errands. You see that? And you're also lowering their defense. Their defenses are down. See? You're the last person that they'll think will ever do some shit, because you're always the one doing the shit. You know what I'm saying? You're always the one that's looking out for everybody. You're always the one to that, see? And I've learned this skill because it's actually, it works in your favor. It actually gives you the upper hand in all the situations. Because guess what? If somebody was to ever say something about you bad, you could be like, oh, well, haven't I went and got you the waters, and, you know, I done helped you, you know, helped you with this, and you got to understand that the things that you're saying is actually, it weighs on a person. It makes the person feel bad, makes the person feel guilty. So 9 times 10, they'll be like, okay, well, next time I give you, you know, they'll give you like $20. Maybe they'll give you something, you know, of worth. Because now they like, oh, you brought it to my attention that, yeah, you are always helping me, or you're always doing stuff. So I shouldn't even be saying what I'm saying about you. You know, so that's the thing. You got to know how to use things to actually maneuver. Now, the thing about it, the Aquarius and the Scorpio, I really feel like I will only associate myself with them if they speak to me first. I'm gonna tell you, like, in life, you have to stack your boundaries. You have to stack your boundaries, you guys, because Aquarius can be tricky, and they know themselves that they are, you know, complicated, and you can't read them because they won't let you. They can actually feel when you're trying to read them, and that actually makes them, you know, run away from you, makes them ghost you. Now, the thing about it is, they will test you, see, and they test you just like Scorpio. They test you by ghosting you to see what you'll do, and that is the confirmation that an Aquarius needs, because they need to know if they were to disappear, how would you feel about them being, you know, having the freedom that they have to have. So they want to see how you will respond to it. And that's why I said, if they leave, you never even knew that they left. See? And it's almost like when you have to act like you just so busy that you do not have eyes on none of what the Aquarius is doing, or the Scorpio, because you can't let the Scorpio you can't let them feel that they're in control. See? So it's like, if a Scorpio say, let me use your phone, and you understand that he didn't say for what. It's not for you to ask him for what, because that would be more of you feeding into his emotion. But what you would rather want to do is say, oh, my phone's dead. Oh, I don't have my phone on me. I left it in the car. So by you saying that it's in your car, that gives you time to actually have to get up and go get it. But I guarantee you a Scorpio won't wait for you. Why? Because you're doing it. You're going to get your phone out of your car because you're in control. See, they can't feel as though they're actually on somebody else's time. So if a Scorpio say, come with me to the store, and you take too long to get in the car, you're questioning about, you're questioning a Scorpio about how long it's going to be, they're going to get pissed off. And they're going to secretly just say, you know what, forget it. Because you're doing what you want to do. You're in control of what you're actually, your body is doing. See? Yeah, definitely, Palace. Welcome, Nathan. Palace said, yeah, Aquarius don't give a damn. Yeah, they don't. And it said Aquarius sun synastry with Aquarius moon, I could see a connection. Yeah, definitely. But see, this is the thing, like with moon and Aquarius, you would tend to attract like fire signs, because I would say this, like, you get along with people that let you be you, let you have your own like space. Just like if you had an office and your office is in its own area away from everybody else's, and you just do your own thing. Because fire signs, they burn through reality. So 9 times out of 10, a lot of fire signs ain't with the mind games and the bullshit. Now that it can be, but not to the detriment of what Scorpio would be like. Because it's hard. It's very, very okay. So Scorpio has this thing that's called a grip, and they will love to have a grip on the people that they find full of power. Scorpio, you got to remember, Scorpio is only attracted to powerful things. So if you hold power, and even in that power, even if it's related to influence, then that Scorpio is going to be drawn to you by default. Thomas, welcome to the live. Palace said, who do you think I'll attract being Capricorn moon? With a Capricorn moon, I would say an Aquarius. Now, and I'll tell you, let me go to my notes. I'll tell you why. You be drawn to more signs that's balanced, you see, like Taurus, Scorpio and Virgo would be a match. I would say definitely a Virgo would be a match for your Capricorn moon, because it's because of the structure. Now, the thing about it is, see, Virgo is all about structure. And they like to build things at the same time. Like, they like to do things themselves. But see, Virgo is more down to earth, just like Taurus. So, Scorpio would definitely can be a match too. So yeah, definitely them the top 3. So yeah. Oh, see, I ain't even know that. Palace, you said your guy is a Taurus. See. So that's why I said that the Taurus would be the balance for you with your Capricorn moon. That's why I tell people, like, a lot of people don't know what I know, fam. Like, I really know a lot. Like, I'm not like I'm not a big time, I don't have a lot of subscribers like some of the astrologers that you guys know of, but I know my stuff, fam. Like, and I don't do the tarot cards, but like I say, I know. See, the thing about the tarot cards is different. It's more, that's tapping into a whole different thing other than just talking about signs. Like, when you get into tarot cards, that's more like you trying to, predict the future, and you're going a little too far with it with the tarot card. Now, I'm not, what I'm saying, like, I know people that actually have tarot cards, and I really, I don't really, that's not something that I actually agree with. Like, I don't think that that's actually the thing to do, because it's not something for the people to really understand it, to where you only going off of what the experience is like, or what it would be like according to the person that's showing you what they're actually showing you. So it's almost like nothing is really fully broken down or explained enough. So that's why I don't trust it. Now, what I do trust is the fact that we are a collective. So like, if we all come together and discuss it and talk about it, then hearing each other's opinions and experiences actually matters, because that can actually find answers within the people that you are connected with. So that way it's like, oh, if 4 or 5 people come together and you guys are a collective and you guys are talking about, you know, Louis Armstrong, and you know, he got, you know, the first to land on the moon or something like, and it's like y'all all are depicting and spectating and, you know, cutting it up, deciphering and breaking it down, then somebody gonna have the answer, fam, with whoever you're talking with. So, and what really happened. So I would go that route then to really, and you know, diverge into something of tarot cards. Now, the thing about it, with the different types of placements, now, I would say this, because when I look at Scorpio, and just off that experience, I don't like the unsettling feeling that I feel around Scorpios. And I know a lot of y'all in the comments know what I'm talking about. Like, I don't like that unsettling feeling where you don't know how that Scorpio is going to behave around you. Because I feel like, yeah, me as a Pisces, I'm pretty much immune to, you know, the Scorpio stinger, because I believe he tried to sting me by ignoring me to make me feel some type of way. But I don't know him, so it's almost like you can't hurt me because I don't even know you like that. And I have a boundary. I have a boundary set that you don't even see, my friend. I have a boundary set that if you move wrong, your ass is grass. See, like, that's the thing, like, people don't be knowing, like, with Pisces is booby traps. See, like, it's emotional booby traps, because what a Pisces would do is put a foothold or put something that you don't even know is there, that's an, you know, invisible boundary. Now, a Pisces like you cool at a distance, but if you hey, you rub me the wrong way, it's like, then you're gonna become my enemy. So I'm putting a boundary there that, hey, I'm only gonna let you get, you know, I'm only gonna let you get so close to where you get yourself hurt by overstepping. See? So that's the thing what people don't understand with Pisces is they actually watch people, and they don't let people that actually are like bad for them get too close or get too comfortable or get to know the whole them. Because Pisces is like, it's almost like it's like half dessert, and then it's almost like some nasty, you know, something that tastes awful, and then it's like half of a Pisces tastes awful and nobody likes it, and then it's like, then it's half dessert. So it's like, as soon as you get to know a Pisces, you ain't gonna like them at first, and then it's almost, once you get to the other half, it's like, oh, hey, this is very good, man. You're an awesome person, man. I never even knew that I'll actually, you know, have this conversation with you, man. It's like, man, you ain't even like me when you first met me, because it's almost like the first impression is like you get that other fish, and nobody likes that other fish. And the Pisces knows that. Pisces knows, like, wait till you meet hey, I got another side to me now, and I know you ain't gonna like it. So if you stay long enough, then you will actually have dessert. Now, see, Palace said, me neither with Scorpio. With them, it's something sinister with them. I can't do it, fam. You said I can't do it, fam. Like, yeah, it said, the thing about it is, what I learned is, okay, so this is, I know a lot of people gonna disagree with me saying this, but what you gotta do, even if you're not a Pisces, you gotta do this. when you're dealing with Scorpio, you never give a Scorpio 100%. So what you want to do with a Scorpio is you always give them an illusion. You give them an illusion of what it could be, almost like a dream. See? And you know, as long as you dream of something that you want, you'll never get it until you wake up. See? So what I do is, you have to starve the ego of a Scorpio by never really giving them the solid, the 100% of who you are. See? And it starts off with, you know, everything that is beneath your underwear, everything that's behind your shirt, everything that's under your hat, everything that's hidden about you that's personal to you, where you stay and things of that nature. Because Scorpio, they're the heat of, okay, so when I said the whole, in the beginning of the video, when I said about the oven is, it radiates, okay? And you know what does heat do? When something is very, very hot, it burns through reality. See? Going back to the mask, it won't last if you are, let's say your intentions are ill will, you have evil intent towards that Scorpio. That Scorpio is going to radiate that heat so hot, and you're going to feel the tension and that unsettling feeling that you feel, and it's going to burn all the fake stuff, all the little facade or anything on you that's hiding your true intentions, especially if it's evil. And if it looks like a threat to the Scorpio, they're going to probe. Probe means they're going to even get closer, so their heat is going to really expose you for who you are. You're not, that unsettling feeling is there to expose the real you. And see, if you give the Scorpio an illusion, I'm telling you, man, illusions are powerful. If you give them an illusion of who you are, that radiation can't burn through an illusion. Because what is an illusion? An illusion is something that you think you see, and you think you have gotten closer to its core, but you ain't nowhere even near it. See, that the illusion is like, yeah, I made you think you had a friend, but I never was your friend. See, I gave you an illusion of what a friend was and what it would be like, see, to experience it. So this is genius. When you actually give somebody an illusion, it's just like a fake fireplace. You can't really tell the difference between a fake fireplace and a real fireplace, can you? Because they both burn the same, but you really gotta be woke. You really gotta be in the present moment, literally like there, to be like, no, that's fake. That's not the real fireplace. Because why? It don't got the wood. Okay, what else? That's not a real flame. Okay, what else? See? So that's what the illusion always outweighs a facade. See, that's why Scorpio can't sting Pisces, because illusion is almost like you don't know what you're aiming at. You don't know what you're actually going to war with, because you don't have an actual resource. You don't have anything to go off of, because with Pisces is more like a ghost. Pisces is more like water. So it's almost like when you look into the water, all you're going to do is see yourself. See? And Scorpio hates to see themselves in things because it makes them vulnerable. See? It makes them vulnerable to it, because they lack the control of their own chaos. That's why, if you ever notice, Scorpio always wants you to join them in the chaos, because that they want to know they want to know what you're made of. See? Because they can get a lot of information and answers that they have secretly by you joining them in their chaos. But when you're like, hey, wait a minute, I'm gonna give you an illusion that I'm actually joining the chaos, but I'm never there. See, because I'm actually behind the illusion. You'll never get to my core. Even if you think you're there, you're not there. See, that's about Pisces. See, Pisces can come in a form, because you got to understand, with mutable water, a Pisces can adapt to what you're looking for. See, they can become that boyfriend that you always wanted. That doesn't mean that they actually want you though. See, they can become, it's in their acting and their, you know, social skills and the way they actually, you know, it's like a makeup. But you can't always go by what you see when you're dealing with that's the whole key to the illusion. See, with a Pisces, you got to feel your way to them. You got to feel your way to a Pisces, you know, to actually get to their core, because you got to feel everything to actually understand them and to see where they're coming from. But that illusion, fam, if you get yourself caught in that illusion, fam, that is a symbolic way of you drowning. Because you could go so far, you could go so deep to where you can't find your way back to where you started. So you almost lose your identity trying to understand a Pisces, and then once you join them in a relationship, you don't even know who you are anymore, because you done went into the water, and then once you realize you were nowhere near understanding that Pisces, you become confused. You like, damn, how do I swim back? How do I get back to where I was? There ain't no going back, because now you done caught up and orbited into the whole, you know, what is it, multiverse. We talk about that when it's come to the Matrix. Say you just another number. You don't even know. You don't even have an identity. So when there's a roll call, we just identify you by a number. You was number 4. See, so that's why I said in sequence. That's what, when it come to the frequencies, that's what Pisces would look at you as. Okay, well, I'm over that frequency because I done went deeper. See, now see, Palace said yep, I said she got Venus square Pluto. I don't let people get too close. Yeah, see, you really not supposed to anyway. Like, you never want to let people get all of you for nothing. Like, especially, you know, a friendship. You're never supposed to let people have everything, even if the world appears that way. You never want to give people what they're actually looking for. Because listen, a person can plot and plan and manipulate, strategize off of that quick friendship that you gave them. And they actually could get an idea of who you are, what kind of person you are, based on, you know, if you become their friend too soon, you get in a relationship with them too soon. People look at that type of stuff, whether they want to admit it or not. Yeah, said Palace said, yep, got 2 fish. I switch up, either Finding Nemo or Jaws. Yeah, definitely. That's the thing. Once a Pisces knows you're a hidden enemy. See, this is going into the 12th house. Like, once a Pisces know that you're a hidden enemy, then, as like you said, it ends up being that situation. That person end up thinking they done met Nemo, they done met Jaws. Facts. So it's almost like, because why did it play out that way? Because a Pisces knew you was fake from the start. So what a Pisces only can do is draw the illusion, and that illusion is going to bring you to your demise, because you was a hidden enemy and you had to go. And a Pisces had to end your cycle, fam, because you got along with that cycle a little too long with other people. Like, this is what so another thing, I had this one customer at the shop, and I shit you not, man, this dude was so annoying. He was annoying, and I'm talking about, I don't know if he had ADHD. He was just hyper and just annoying. He was saying all kind of just crazy stuff, and it was just like, I'm trying to work on this car, and he's standing. I'm like, sir, you can go sit in the lobby and just wait, you know, till your car's done. I'll let you know. he like, he couldn't sit down. He had to, like, he kept coming by me and just saying dumb stuff like, dude, you know, you look like this, and you know, you look like Chris Brown, you look like this, you say, and I'm just like, man, in my mind, I'm like, okay. I ended up giving him something to eat. Okay. I said, look, man, you ever try these? And it just came out of nowhere. I was like, hey, you ever tried these? I was like, you gotta taste them. I said, here, I gave him a couple of them. I said, now go tell your friends about it, and I'm telling you, you'll thank me later. Now, that was a whole illusion, because the illusion that I gave him about them chips was basically to divert his focus off of me onto those damn chips. So once I gave him them chips, his whole focus became on them chips instead of me. So by the time I was done with his car, it was game over. All his shenanigans stopped when I gave him something else to focus on. See, and I know y'all gonna be like, man, that's manipulative, but it's not. It's strategy, because listen, if I was to argue with you and say, man, leave me the hell alone, now I'm getting emotional. See that? And now I'm letting him know that he's pissing me off. Why not say, hey, man, you ever try this Mountain Dew, bro? Bro, you gotta get one. Like, here, have one. Hey, give your sister one. Hey, here, take one home with you. And then if I drink one in front of you and I'm like, okay, boom. Damn good, right? Now we talking about soda. We ain't even talking about me. See that? So the illusion is, once I done got your mind on this, now it's almost like I can always go back to this. Even if you try to come back to me with the whole shenanigans, I'm like, boom. But wait a minute. Did you have one of these though? See? Now he's gonna feel irritated, because now I've just used the illusion. I basically have mirrored his behavior back to him. Now he is irritated. Now he wants me to shut up, which works in my favor. But here's the thing, I'm not gonna shut up. I'm gonna keep annoying him with the whole idea, you need to get one of these, man, because, man, here, have some chips, man. Here, take it, give your sister some, man. Take one home. Now, don't forget them chips, bro. Man, I'm telling you, once he got, his car was done, he sped up out of there, fam, because he was annoyed. Because that's the thing, with the whole stealing one's energy. I've learned this from the Scorpio that I actually knew in the past. As I explained before, he was one of the worst Scorpios that I ever met in my damn life. But I've learned a lot of his tricks and maneuvers and applied them to my own. Hell, I've made him bet. I have made his behaviors and the stuff he used to try to do with me, I've made it into something else. I've transmuted it into my own thing. So if I want to annoy you, I know how to talk your ear off. See? That's just one of my little, in my arsenal. It's like, I will piss you off because I will not shut the hell up. I would just keep talking. Oh yeah, you ever had a Diet Mountain Dew? Oh, it's so good, man. You gotta get one. Oh, did you hear what happened to Diddy? I know how to talk, and that's what the Scorpio did to me. He was trying to annoy me the hell out of me so I would quit the job, but I didn't. Because when he hit me, he wouldn't shut the F up, and he kept talking to me. I'm telling y'all, bro, I would fall asleep. And I felt like he was doing it on purpose because he wanted to get me fired from the job so he could tell the boss that I was sleeping, so he could take a picture of me. But I ain't fall for it, y'all, because I knew he was a Scorpio. You got to understand, when I knew he was a Scorpio, I already knew what he was capable of. See? So what I did was I said, nah, now that I know that it works, I'm going to use it on him. See? And he wasn't ready for that. So I wouldn't shut the hell up, and I just kept talking the whole shift in his face, in his ear, annoying the hell out of him, to where he was just like trying to find an excuse to go do his tours or leave the room, leave the office, because I wouldn't shut the hell up. And I'm telling y'all, if y'all ever want to get somebody off you, just start talking, fam. Just start, even if it's somebody you can't stand, if you hate the person, you dislike them, talk they damn ear off every time you see them, I guarantee you that person is not going to want to even be near you. I'm telling you. And look at this. You didn't even have to get violent with the person. You didn't have to put your paws on nobody. You didn't have to get emotional. All you did was just run your mouth, and it was enough ammunition to, hey, piss your enemies off. See that? Another thing, as I always said, if you want to know who your real friends is, not even your real friends, you want to know if somebody actually values you, offer them a sandwich or a soda. Hey man, can I get you a hot sandwich, man? Hey, can I get you a soda? On me? Oh, if they take it, they accept you. See? They actually, they F with you. It might not be, it might not be to a T. It might not be forever, but it lets you know that the person actually accepts you. You see what I'm saying? It's like, oh, okay. I actually know you and I'm cool. I'm somewhat, that person not an enemy. You know they're not an open enemy or a hidden enemy because they took that soda. Free of charge. You don't owe me nothing. Here you go. Hey. And that's a test for you to see where that person stand with you. Now let's flip the dynamic. If a person say, would you like a sandwich or a soda? And that person denies the favor, and they like, no, thank you. No, no, I don't want it. That means they don't want you. See that? They rejecting you because they don't rock with you like that. They don't even want you buying them nothing. It's something simple as a soda and a sandwich is enough for you to see if a person really give a damn about you. Because when people hate you, they don't want to receive nothing from you, even if it's petty, even if it's a pencil. Hey man, can I use your pen? If somebody don't like you, they'll get up out their way and go in a different area just to grab a pen. But it was a whole freaking canister of pens that they could have got. But what they didn't want to say, excuse me, hey, let me get a pen. They really hate your guts to the point where they broke their path just to go get a pen, fam. They do petty stuff when they don't like you. So that's how you know with a sandwich or a soda, it's always a little bonus trick that you can actually find out. Because let me tell you, when you have jealousy in your heart, it's more of a subconscious. See that? It's more inward. It's inside of you that it manifests into that emotional expression of the fact that, oh, I hate this person. I really hate this person for something that I can't control about them. See, whether they look better than me, whether they got, a better job, whatever the situation is. But when you come around, these people can feel your energy. And what? If your energy is obviously stronger than theirs, then it actually will make these people act funny around you and insecure, because they let them know that they're jealous about something, whatever it is. Now, when I was saying that jealousy is more inward, it's almost like you'll never be able to see jealousy. See, you can only feel jealousy coming off of somebody, or if you were jealous of somebody, you can only feel it. See, and it's like when you feel it, and it's about somebody else making you feel jealous, you actually avoid eye contact. You avoid that person at all costs because you don't want them to see the jealousy. See, because that's the thing. As soon as you feel it, you feel like it's on your forehead. See, and you think that other people notice it because that jealousy comes from a low vibration in the first place, and it's in your subconscious. See, so it manifests into a form of discomfort. And it makes you feel uncomfortable, and ain't nobody even done nothing to you. You just feel uncomfortable, out of place, or whatever. You find an excuse to leave, dismiss yourself or whatever, because you're jealous of somebody, and you just can't stand there and see them win, or get something, or get a clap, or whatever it is. And really, what I begin to notice, if you just talk to that person that you feeling jealous about, and really find out, I would guarantee you, you will really, once you talk to that person, you will actually feel that jealousy leave your body. Because I'm gonna tell y'all the secret. Most of the people that are jealous of you actually want to be your friend. Like, it's so crazy that some people get mad the fact that they actually like you. Like, you know how some people might not actually want to admit it, and it bothers them. See, it bothers their conscious mind, because it's like, oh, I actually like this person. Believe it or not, it's like, yeah, I actually like this person, and I wish me and this person was actually like great friends and whoop-de-woo. And it's that whole ego steps in, and it's like, wait a minute, you like this person, but they have to speak to you first. Like, you know, you're not going to talk unless they speak to you first. So then what happens is, when it don't happen, that person becomes disappointed that it didn't go the way that they actually envisioned that whole friendship to be. So it makes them feel jealous, because now it's like, oh, you talking to everybody else, but you won't talk to me. So the person that's feeling jealous is really mad about the fact that you don't talk to them. See, that's why they mad, because you don't say, what's up, man? You don't shake their hand, and they feel that you don't fuck with them. That's what it's about. See, they see you slapping fives with Tyrone and, you know, Kim and Amy, and bringing in Dunkin' Donuts and feeding all these other people, and they feel that they're a better friend for you. They feel like they are above these people that you're catering to. But when they don't get catered to from you, then it's like they secretly hate you, because it's like, oh, you should have been coming to me. See, you should have been sharing the donuts with me, but you didn't share donuts with Amy and Kim and all these other people, and you trying to make me seem like I'm a bad person. And that's what be killing. That's what really be getting these people boiling, is that they actually hate feeling like they're left out, casted aside, or they feel like a bad person when they feel like they're really not. That's why they get jealous like that. See, because I actually studied this, because like with Judas, I know a lot of people laugh about that, but it's not funny. But when I speak about Judas, it's like, why did he betray Jesus? Because, you know, it's almost like he didn't get that same type of, you know, he wasn't getting the claps and the high fives and, you know, whatever he saw Jesus getting. So it's almost like he secretly hated him for that, because he didn't get no type of recognition, you know, that whatever he was looking for, even if it was for selfish reasons, he had that. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is that he basically it's like he had that against him, you know, he held on to it. That's why with jealousy, you really have to let it go. See, because what it does is it makes you hold on to it. Oh, when somebody is jealous of you, it's almost like they're holding on to something, that they're not letting it go. It's like, bro, you gotta let that go in order. Go talk to that person. I guarantee you, if you talk to the person that you jealous of, you will realize that, oh, you will realize it was all you. It was all in your head, and you was just making it worse. See, because your thoughts and your emotions started, you know, twisting and turning and blending together, and it manifests into some way beyond, you know. And when that happens, it's almost like you basically lose control. You don't have control over it. It got so big that, you know, now it's like, damn, I can't get rid of this, because I actually, you know, I can't control it anymore. And then that point, that's how people get killed. See that? Because people, you gotta understand, with jealousy, people get tormented by that spirit. So it's like that spirit don't leave. It's almost like it's like your next. Hey, if you sleep on a bunk bed, hey, whoever's sleeping on top of the bunk is like the jealousy, and it's like follows you around throughout the house, and it's like you cannot escape that feeling unless you just let it go. See, or go talk to the person you're jealous of, because if you talk to them, then you'll realize that this person ain't even like a bad person. Like, this person ain't even like what I thought they were. Like, for me to be for me to feel this way. So it's like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, you feel stupid, and then you just end up, you know, it rolls off of you. So it's like, that's what I learned, is to always, you gotta talk to people. I'm telling you, even if you're nervous, even if you're afraid to talk to people, you'll be so surprised by just talking to somebody. Like, even let's say you find a girl, you know, a woman attractive in the grocery store, and you don't know what to say, and you basically, you know that's your only shot, because you don't know if you're gonna ever see her again. So you like, wait, I want to get her number or whatever. I want to get to know her. I'm gonna tell you what to do. What you gotta do is talk to her. You can, even if it's a little corny joke, even if it's a little cornball joke, and you say something like, yo, can you help me, excuse me, miss, can you help me get this Crisco oil on the bottom shelf, because I'm real tall and my back, I really can't bend, you know, to you know, I don't got knees like Megan, so can you get on the lower shelf and get this vegetable oil for me? And she just, you know, she like, oh, sure. I'm gonna tell you something, the secret. If you could get a woman to get something off of a lower shelf for you, you can get her number. If you see, when you do stuff, you gotta do it in a psychological way, because if you worried about rejection, then you shouldn't even be approaching nobody. But at least if you went, even if you had the courage to approach her and say something to her, you done broke the ice block. You done already conquered the fear. And a rejection, hey, she say she got a boyfriend, she's not interested. I guarantee you're gonna feel 100% confident and so glad that you actually made that approach. And then you're gonna start saying, this is so easy. I didn't even know this was actually this easy. All you had to do was say something. But if you're the type of person that think that somebody gonna come to you, fam, you're gonna be an old ass man, fam, 80, 90 years old, and you know, ain't shit gonna come to you, fam. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing to you, fam, because that ain't how the world works, bro. So if you like something, you gotta go get it, fam. And hey, if you like something and you go get it, and it don't want to rock with you, that don't mean that it's over. Hey, cause female, hey, you trying to get a number, you gotta look at it like this. You gotta look at it into an abundance. So it's like, if I miss one bus, hey, women are like buses, man. I miss one, I'm gonna catch the next one. And as long as you know that you're gonna catch the next one, because you said it, it's gonna happen, it's gonna manifest. You said it. Even, hey, I wear my work outfit, as some people, hey, I always get on the live and it look like I got the same shit on. Bro, I still be pulling, fam. I got a girlfriend, but I'm just saying, like, hey, women still be looking at me. That ain't nothing. See, the thing about it is, you worth more than your damn clothes, fam. It's by what you say. See, you could be in rags and have a freaking $1 million advice, fam, like, or just know stuff that nobody else even knows, fam. And that alone is worth way more than your clothes, fam. You could actually find somebody, hey, you could find somebody dumb as a box of rocks, but they got on Dior. It ain't about what you got on, fam, because if you it's what you got up in here, fam. It's what you got up in here, upstairs in your mind. If that ain't right, then it don't matter if you got on Lacoste and Dior or Tommy Hill or Gucci. It don't matter, fam. Because if your thoughts and your soul and all everything that everybody can't see ain't right, fam, you ain't going nowhere. You only impressing the people that actually care about that stuff. You're not really gonna get nothing that's actually tangible, something real for your spirit to eat off of, so you can grow. See that? But hey, it's all about what you value, and what you gotta actually know where your value is in your life. It might be your kids, it might be your family, and you might value them over certain things. You don't go drinking. You don't go clubbing because you value the family life. You know what I'm saying? So that's what life is about, your values. Now, what I would say for me and my own self going through this situation at the mechanic shop, I'm just going, hey, I come in and do my job, go home, fam. I'm not, even though I know what's around me and you should always be self-aware. You don't worry about it, see? But I already know what's going to happen. See, I think his girlfriend going to try to test me to see if I'll try to do something behind, the Scorpio back with her. So I ain't falling for it, man, because like I say this, so that's just like, and I don't want no smoke to the Aries that I'm talking about out there. I don't want no smoke, but see, I do feel like, the way the Aries had came to me was the fact that they had like they wanted me to help them with something of their own business and set up some stuff. Then, she was like, I'll give you a few dollars to, help me set up a venue or something, like, and I did. I said, well, we got to talking about, personal stuff. We got talking about, things in the bedroom. And she mentioned that she will only receive than give, one of those types. And she kept saying how she only looking for munchers, like and I remember a long time ago in school, back when we had IBM computers, we used to play this game called Munchers, Number Munchers. And it's an old ass game. But she says she only looking for munchers. Now, in the comments, what y'all think that mean? So I just want to see if I'm over somebody's head or not up in this chat. What y'all think a muncher is? Right, Palace, you already hit it on the head. So she said she only looking for munchers. Technically, what Palace said, only guys who eat the cat. So I said, first off, this is the funny thing, like me, everybody thinks Scorpio placement is about, intimacy, and it's not. It's really about rebirth, transformation, and that, in that sense. But it still could be Scorpio tied to the whole genitalia type of situation because of the transformation, as far as like, you and a woman doing a do, and then y'all have kids, so that's like a transformation, rebirth, death experience in that sense. Now, Scorpio can actually get to know you through the intimate moments, and it also could be for Scorpio to use it as a strategy to control you through intimacy. Now, the Aries woman, I don't care if she's watching this, because it is what it is. Yeah, definitely. But see, the thing about it is, my intuition was like, if a woman wouldn't give you anything in return, then this is how she looks at the world. Like, okay, so she must look at men as disposable, or maybe she hates men low-key. Maybe she's a dom. Maybe she, this is just something that she does. Now, there's a thing with, okay, so, and I studied this. Who would actually eat somebody's cat if a woman said that's all you could do? Yeah, Palace said she might be bi. That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, she said most Aries females I know have masculine qualities. Yes, and they are the the ones of the Zodiac to actually say things and do things that shock people, because they like to see people's reactions when they actually say stuff like that's crazy. So, or they do it to test you to see if you'll do it. See, so they like to do things that they haven't done before, and you know, maybe something you ain't done before. So to tell you, oh, you're not gonna get anything in return, but you could just eat my cat and that's it. So I'm like, okay, in my mind, I'm just like, well, that's not fair. You know, like in my mind, I'm like, what do I get out of this? Like, obviously nothing. Or just nut, you know, nut or nothing. Nutty bar. That's what, yeah, whatever that say. What y'all know what I'm trying to say. That's all you get out of it is a egg. So anyway, I felt that masculine energy and I hate it. And this is the thing I had to tell her. I used to work with her, and I didn't get trained by neither one of them. So that was an unfair experience. So I lost that job at Family Dollar because I basically it was for loss prevention. And them two girls, the one I'm speaking on, was supposed to train me. They didn't train me. So it was almost like they refused to train me. So this masculine energy, as I felt, has always been there. And then she mentioned the fact that, oh, we had lunch. We went to Subway on our lunch break, me and you. And I don't even remember that. I never even remember that. Now, I never found her attractive. Let's put that out there. So if I see, I'm a Pisces, and I don't like nothing. I ain't gonna lie, I am shallow. I'm shallow as hell. Like, you gotta have, your toes gotta be, you know, pedicure, manicure. Otherwise, I'm gonna think you don't wash up. Like, I look at women's nails. When I actually get to know a woman, I look at her nails and her toes. And if I look at her feet, and she got her feet like on fleek, just like on point, to where, you know what I'm saying, you wanna put your mouth on them toes, type of situation. Or her hands are just like, you know, they like you know, elegant, to where you like, damn, you know what I'm saying? So if you know she take care of those two things, paws and feet, you know everything else you usually is right. Now, to say somebody ain't gonna get nothing in return is like, some men might actually get off on that. Oh, you something then don't get nothing. Hey, yeah, Palace, that's what's up. Like, it's like when you keep your feet on point, because even if you don't have them polished, then don't, hey, use polish remover. Don't leave your nails like one painted and one chipped and then the other one bare, and you sitting there at the table, y'all eating tacos, and she over there with her whole chippy nails, and it just give you this in your mind. You start getting this, you know, it's giving dirty type of vibes, to where nah. So it's like, to me, I'd rather you just, you know, have them plain if you ain't gonna do them. So now fast forward that, yeah, the chip nails is ratchet. Yeah, that's why I like chip nail. Make me feel like you're not washing up, you ain't cleaning down there. So for her to even say that she looking for somebody to eat her stuff, that she got up in, you know, that she done brought with her, I didn't, something about her just was giving me these STI type of vibes. So I just said I don't trust it, because I told her, no, I ain't that type of dude. Like, I learned this from a Libra man. He was in his 50s, and he told me the same thing. He said, I don't trust nothing. He said, I don't trust eating something that can get up and walk away from me. And I was like, man, when he said that, I was like, man, that makes a lot of sense, fam. Like, I don't want to eat nothing that can get up and walk away from me. See? So I was like, nah, bro, I don't do that one. And then what it was given, you know, I don't even like her like that. So when she said that to me, I feel like she was trying to insinuate that I should do that. And I was like, nah, nope. Because for one, I got a girlfriend. For two, I don't see, I like to eat food. Like, I like to eat my Mountain Dews. I like to eat my you know, my spare ribs and, you know, fried ribs, and I like to eat food. I don't want nothing. See, I'm very, very the type of person that when you doing that if you doing that to you eating the cat, fam, that should be with somebody that you married to, somebody that you really in a relationship. Y'all done been together 3, 4, 5, 6 years, 7 years. But it's somebody you just met off a dating site, and y'all done kind of caught up. Hey, y'all basically like, let's say y'all had met up again, y'all used to work together type of situation. Hell to the no. So why I said some guys are into that type of it's some that's dom giving, and it's also masculine as hell. And I told her that. I said, you know what, you kind of act like a dude in a way. I said, cause why wouldn't you not want something in return? What is that about? Like, in my mind, are you here to punish men? Like, is you looking for a submissive man? Cause that ain't me. Like, in my mind, like, that'll never happen, fam. Like, I'll never do something, eat something, you know, I'll never do that. Cause it's like, that's to me. So it's like, it to get to the point, I had to like block her number. I had to just stop even, like, I couldn't even be cool with her. Cause I was like, and she had a boyfriend. She was mad at her boyfriend because he basically came to his senses, and he was a Pisces. He came to his senses and he said, oh, I'm tired of eating the cat. He said, because you're not doing it to me. You're not giving me anything. See, in my mind, she said, well, I'm pissed off at my boyfriend because he started off doing it, and then once he realized he wasn't getting nothing in return, he didn't want to do it no more. So she said to me that that's his fault. He's the one that got on his knees, and that's the way she said it. So I was like, you giving me type of, you giving some I said, oh hell no. To me, that's like a person trying to break you down, and that sounds like some witch type of it's giving the witch vibes. It's giving like you trying to do something, you doing some type of dark deity type of stuff is why you're doing that. Because who even said that I was interested in you in such a way? Like, who even said that? Like, nobody never said that was even on that. It said, yeah, might as well have mixed match draws. Yeah, definitely. And Palace said, Taurus, her Taurus loves his women looking nice. Yeah, definitely. Because I think beauty is everything. Like, even if you can't afford it, do your own, but make them look nice. Because some men actually look at that. Like, and you don't know why if that man is not attracted to you, that might be why. See, it be the one little thing that you actually are not paying attention to about yourself of why you got rejected. And vice versa. Man, if you don't have your hair cut, that can get you a no. You know, no, I got a boyfriend. You know, let's say you overweight and your clothes is tight. You know, you might be looking like Drewski. You might have that type of build body or something. And maybe some women, they have, you know, extremely no for certain things that they dislike about how a man dress, how a man keep his, you know, groom himself. If you got a bald head, some women are like, no, if you got a bald head. So it's like, you gotta know that not everybody like everything just because you like it. Like, and you know, some people might, if I see me, I always wear like good cologne. So like I know my disadvantages, you know, and things about me that I can't control. But you know, when you born with freckles or you got something that you think like, oh, I'm not self-conscious about it, but when I was younger I was, because people used to rib me about it. But I've been got over that. It's just what come with me. Now with the whole cologne thing is that if you put on the right cologne, you could get any woman you want. Cause it's so crazy that it was an old, and she was in the store and she was following me around. And I'm like, why is this old lady following me around? And then she had came around the aisle and I had waited. I'm like, you know, kind of looking like, why does she keep following me? She said, young man, can you grab something for me? And then once I was like, okay, what you need me to grab? She said, oh, you smell so good. I wanted you to grab my number. I'm like, what the hell? So this woman followed me around. So that's why I said, like, you don't know. And I didn't give her my number because I got a girlfriend. I don't cheat. So at least I ain't gonna cheat on this one, put it like that. Cause yeah, I probably cheated on in the past, but I ain't gonna cheat on this one. But yeah, she was like, yeah, I wanted to grab your number. I'm like, nah, bro. Like, but this is what I started realizing is that, damn, that one cologne attracted a whole older female, fam. That's crazy. Like, then it's like when you wear them little cheap colognes, you be like, you attract certain ones. You be like, dang, you done came out the woodworks out of this cologne. Like, But the only type of cologne that I like to wear is like Coach for men. That's some good cologne, but it is like $120 something bottle. But yeah, definitely you should spend a high amount on your cologne to know that it's actually potent and make sure it smells good to you. So that way, when your pores and the way that you sweat and whatnot, and you gotta know how to put the cologne on too, then you'll realize that, damn, this cologne actually do hit when it's actually used right. Yeah, but Palace said, yeah, is that the Leo? Yeah, my girlfriend, she a Leo, and yeah, definitely we've been together for like 4 or 5 years. But this the thing, like, see, with my Leo, she let me let me be who I be. So it's like I don't have no issues with trying to like her, you know, clinging on to me or, you know, nothing like that. And like right now, like I say, I'm not I'm going through a transformation as we speak. So it's like she ain't never came to me with that whole, like, you know, trying to hold something over my head like that Aries woman was doing. Like, she ain't never gave me no stipulation or no ultimatum of, like, you know, eating a cat, and she ain't never talked to me like that. So that let me know, like, it's certain type of women that be on that type of stuff is because maybe they are practicing becoming a witch, or they're practicing becoming a dom, you know what I'm saying? Because they might be just now starting off into that, you know, BDSM and stuff. And some people secretly, as I said, it's more of something that is hidden within them, inside of them, that it starts to manifest. It could be a secret to themselves of why they fantasize. Because I didn't see nothing. To me, if you just gonna do something like that, and I put the disclaimer that wasn't really what the video is about, but me just simply explaining, so as I continued on, is that that's a waste of time, fam. If that's the case. Now, I heard in the past, and it's funny that you only find certain types of things on a dating site. And I remember that I found this one girl when I was single, and she was like that, and she was a Capricorn. But this woman admitted that she actually, you know, liked it, you know, she was bi. Now, what she told me, though, that she was a pillow princess. off the rip. So I said, pillow princess. I said, what is that? Because I ain't had no idea what that was. And then she told me, I'm like, oh, no. See, that's what I'm saying. It's all kind of stuff out here that people will be doing. And it's like, I don't know who's doing it, but they need to fucking stop, man. Like, because it's ruining, all this new stuff is ruining, it's making it hard for us men to actually, you know, it's like it's messing with our game in a way, because like in a way it's like, damn, now the women want to be pillow princesses. Now it's like, now the women's asking for this. They ain't used to do that, you know, back in the day. It's like things have changed, but it's almost like who's doing it to make it a thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, guys, stop doing that whole just eating a cat and then not getting nothing in return, because now you keeping that shit going to where now the next dude she talked to, she's expecting that same damn thing, because yo dumb such started the S, you know what I'm saying? You gave her hope that she could actually get, you know, cookies out the cookie jar without giving you one, you know what I'm saying? But when she got to me, her cycle stopped. See that? Because I told her straight up, no, I don't do that. I said, I ain't doing that with you. I said, because what I told her, I said, I ain't even attracted to you like that. So you asking me, you wasting your time simply even asking me that. And plus, to me, it's like, you shouldn't trust what you can't see when it comes to the body. Okay? Like, it's certain people go around doing stuff. It's like saying this. What if a person go use the restroom in any bathroom? Let's say you had a friend right now. Y'all on the road. Y'all just came from Chicago from a wedding that your homegirl had. You driving. And next thing you know, a friend of that woman that's driving that car, it could be Tony, it could be Brenda, it could be Diane, it could be whoever, screams out, oh, I got a shit. And it's like, okay, girl, where you want me to take you to? She say, anywhere. I gotta go to the bathroom. You like, anywhere you gotta go to the bathroom, even the nasty ass gas station over here? Girl, I don't give a F. It's like, okay, you drive over there. And if it's mess all over the toilet, which nobody cleaned in that dirty bathroom at that dirty gas station, and your friend over there trying to wipe it up, and she still sit on that nasty seat, even if she wiped it up, she's nasty, fam. She's nasty. So that's what I'm trying to tell. That's why I say, when you get to know people and you driving that Honda Accord, slow the F down. Because by you slowing down and getting to know that person, you might just discover how nasty they really are, fam. See that? But when you rush into things and you so quick and hurry trying to get into bed with her, you miss the whole fact that she'll use the bathroom in that dirty ass gas station. See, it's stuff like that you have to know, fam. Like, you have to know that, oh, she gets her nails pedicure and nails done once a week or something like that. You have to know those things, because that tell you more about her hygiene. See, if she take care of herself, then it's almost like you ain't got to worry about certain things that actually, you know, freak you out. And that's like if a person start to floss their teeth and their gums bleed, that mean they don't brush their teeth every day. It's little stuff like that you'll never know until you wait to see it. Some people keep dirt under their nails. They always doing this at the dinner table, picking dirt out their nails. And you subconsciously might be like, this dirty mother effer, picking the dirt under his nails, and the little shavings is falling on the kitchen table. and they ain't even wiping it up. It's certain little things that people observe and pay attention to, and it tells you more about the person in their actions, not so much in what they say. Because anybody could say, yeah, I took a bath last night and I took one this morning, but you could just actually look at them and be like, no, you didn't. You ain't take no damn bath, because you're picking dirt out your nails. If you took a bath this morning, your nails would have been clean, because you would have had soap, and you would have been digging your nails in the soap, and I would have known you had really took a bath. But it's like certain things I really feel as though other people don't give a damn about probably the stuff that I care about, but that's them. You see what I'm saying? Everybody got their own wants and needs and what they want the situation to look like and how they want the situation to go. Shout out to Palace for the I appreciate you chopping it up too, telling me you know, engaging in the live. And welcome I show FIFA, what's going on. Yes, it said like Palace said, like sitting down bare on the public toilet seat is nasty. Yes, definitely. And like people, you see people do this all the time, like, or like one time, I'm talking about, it was hot just like it is now. It was like 88 degrees. It was hot as a mug. And then I go in the men's bathroom, and as soon as I push the door open, it smells so bad. Like, it smelled like two big, huge men jumping on dead bodies, just jumping up and down, to where it was just stinking so freaking bad that when the second dude walked in the bathroom, he was like, oh shit. Like, he literally was like, oh shit, damn, it stank up in here. And I'm talking about, it was like so strong that it was like in your face, in the pores of your face. That's how strong that smell of just them dudes, you know, up in there just dunking up, just cooking. They was in there cooking, fam. Like, they was cooking up some shit that that type of smell, man. They was eating some pig ears and some other type of like stuff, because that's stinking, fam. And in my mind, it's no way in hell I'm finna take a number 2 in this bathroom, because it was hot, it was moist, it was just like that humidity in that bathroom. Like, if y'all ever went to the park and used them nasty bathrooms in the park when you was younger, and you know, soon as you at the swimming pool, or you know what I'm saying, at the park, you go in one of them bathrooms and they be all humid and flies and stuff in them bathrooms. That's the same humidity that was in that bathroom. And they was up in there cooking. I'm talking about both of them dudes on them toilet seats. They was cooking, fam. And that stuff stank so bad. I almost threw up in my mouth just the smell of that, man. Like, I left and I had to take a number 2. I ended up going reverse. You know, just like you know, reverse. I turned around and went to the other bathroom. Like, nah, bro, I ain't going in there. But that's what I'm saying. Like, some people could literally, I don't know, like, what it gotta be the food, fam. That's all I could think of. It gotta be the food. Yeah, Palace, definitely. It smelled like that, but it was like some old, because I used to work in I used to be a seafood clerk a long time ago when I was younger. And when I used to be a seafood clerk as a apprentice, I used to do work in the meat department. And anytime we had all that old meat, all the stuff that didn't sell or expired, we had like a whole you know, canister full of all that old meat that spoiled. That stuff stunk. It just stank. But that stuff was just more like, it smelled like some hot it smelled, okay, so it's so funny that it's different smells to things, but from one thing to the next, from the worst thing that you could smell to the like to this, is like this what was on 10 type of just heat stinking type of shit, versus like something else that you could smell. I could actually compare it to a baby's diaper, and that's, I'm gonna tell you, if you ever smelled a baby's diaper, it's a reason why they throw them outside and they never throw them damn things in their garbage can outside. If you ever see babies' diapers, they always have them like in the street or kicked off to the, you know, curb or something, because they stink. You can't even put them in like a bag and like just be, you know, driving around till you get to the to a nearest garbage can. So it's usually like, it's so damn stinking that